Hello everybody, it's Bendominator and the Block 2.0 is here. So in today's video, me and a group of people decided to create our own Tilted Towers building for the Block 2.0. In this video, I was joined with Advil, Adrawls, Swirls, Notime to Party, and Eco Samurai, and we all worked together to create this one building for the Block 2.0. With this new block, we had to use all of the brand new pieces that were given in the Block 2.0 section of the creative menu, and honestly, I had a lot of fun using a lot of these new pieces, though it was very limiting. We couldn't be nearly as creative as we wanted to be, and I think that's a main flaw with this block. You really can't be as creative as the last one. But at the same time, it is pretty cool to use these brand new Chapter 3 pieces. Though I think the limitations definitely hindered the final product, and you'll see what I mean once we get to the end. But our main goal was to make a very kind of traditional apartment/hotel building, and I think it turned out pretty good. For most of this, I was kind of focused on the exterior of the building. I wanted to make it look like something that you would see in Tilted Towers. And if you are curious, the template we are going with is the apartments building template. We figured this would be a good one to go for since it's kind of a medium size, kind of in the center of the POI. One thing that might affect our chances of actually winning this build competition, though, is the fact that the build height is 5, and technically we didn't go over it in terms of buildings, but when we put props on the roof, technically they are outside of the barrier, but they're still touching the barrier, so I don't really know how the rules kind of work with that. It wasn't fully clear. It just said you couldn't build higher than 5, so some of those props might be cut out if this does end up making it into the game. I have no idea. I don't know, they might see that there's props there and might just decide to disqualify us entirely. I really don't know, but I assume because the building doesn't go over 5 tall that we are fine. Like, it doesn't seem like this is too tall to be in Tilted Towers. So that's why we kept it like that. And you'll see what I mean more once we get to the actual final product. But yeah, I was mostly focused on the exterior of the building. We kind of were getting the layout down for a majority of the beginning part and kind of getting all the rooms and stuff situated because it is kind of an apartment/hotel kind of thing with kind of like a food court at the bottom, which I think is really, really cool. I also did some interior decorating with some of the apartment rooms as well. But yeah, I will say that it is really cool that they are bringing the block back in this way. I think this is a really great way to do it, and I think it's not only good for creative, but it's good for BR as well to kind of mix up Tilted Towers and just make it an interesting spot to drop again. I think it's definitely a good thing to have some new buildings in Tilted after all this time, and to see them be made by the community is even cooler. The main downside is you are limited to these prefabs that they give you for new Tilted, which makes sense, and I think it's definitely going to benefit the final product of how these all look in Tilted Towers, but it is a bit disappointing from a creative standpoint. It's kind of difficult to kind of think outside the box with these new prefabs. And well, I think we could have done a better job of it. It did, I think, limit our ability to kind of make something that we wanted, to kind of make what we were envisioning from the start. And I do think that's kind of unfortunate, but overall, when it comes to the final product of how these are going to look in game, I think it's important to kind of have them fit in with Tilted Towers, even if it would be kind of interesting to see different styles of buildings from different ideas being implemented into one POI. I guess I just hope that we see a Block 2.0 return that lets us have the ability to create whatever we want. But of course, that's not to say what they're doing with this block is bad. I'm really excited to see what buildings get put in these spots, and I'm really excited to just see what Tilted Towers is going to look like in the future, and I'm just excited to have new buildings to loot for BR. I think it's a win-win overall. Do I think our building is going to make it in? As cool as it would be, I don't really think so. I think that we did a good job overall, but there are a few things that kind of limit it. I feel like a few floors weren't decorated the best. I feel like we weren't as creative with it as we could have been. And I do think it does look a bit too similar to the original apartments building that was already destroyed, which is what we're replacing with this building. But in terms of replicating a Tilted Tower style building, I do think we did a really good job, so I'm excited to see how far it gets in the submission process. If it doesn't get in the game, we still had a lot of fun making this building, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I'm honestly just really excited to see what everyone else has come up with. But yeah, for the rest of the video, you can just see what the building ended up looking like. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, because I make videos like this all the time, and you can also use my supporter creator code Bendominator in the Fortnite item shop #ad. Thank you guys so much for watching, have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.